Trekkies. I'm not logged in right now because so with this Armada thing, aside from the actual system, there's a whole flood of people in a chat channel that I don't understand. Like it's pretty bad. Anyways, and that's just me with the social thing, but there's a lot of people that just have the screwiest ideas of how to play this game. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know. I still think the whole system is unnecessarily complex. I also figured out that not a lot of people know how to like function a fleet in their projects, because I'm like, why are you trying to provision your fleet with 200,000 dilithium when you have 4 members in your fleet? Like when you came off of probation, you were there. That project was there. It's still there, like almost a week later, and nobody's putting any lithium for it because, I don't know, it just makes me get the idea that people think that everyone else is richer than them, and I understand that some people are richer. I'm pretty rich. I've been pretty much filling up duty officers and commodities for pretty much every fleet, and that's what's been going on with there. I mean, we've got 3 betas, and 2 of them have full gammas. I don't know what's wrong with number 3. Like, I'm trying to find things, and it's just like, some of these fleets are really small. They don't have pretty much anybody in them, and I'm like, oh, okay. But they try to do these weird provisioning things that are like this one, basic recruitment provisioning, 92,000 dilithium. I've got that. I'm not gonna give it to another fleet, considering we're gonna have our comm array up here pretty soon. Makes me kind of wonder. So what I'm gonna do right now is take a little break from my voice, drink some coffee, and I'm gonna get to the Krenim Science Station because they didn't put a dev blog out about it, and I think that kind of sucks. So I'm just gonna go in-game and fly to it and like read on the stuff that I was floored about. By the way, what was it? I was just gonna say, they put back the haggle for Jebonite stuff. You just gotta go into like Deep Space Nine sector space. Not the system space, because that's all screwy now, but things moved around. But if you just go like around Deep Space Nine, or you just go to the Ferengi Trader on Deep Space Nine, you'll be able to find your haggle for stuff. That's what I've been doing. So no need to like, shout out, or give me comments on where to find those things now, because I found them. So what do we have here? We have kit module. There's 1 for each side, and there's Mark 12 and Mark 13. So there's a total of 2, 4, 6, 12 kit modules. Because each kit has like, well, for science it's the research side and the medic side, and then tactical has its one side and its other side, and then like engineering has its debuffing and its litter bug. I forget what their names are, but I just know that if you have like the litter bug thing, you just like drop shit all over the place. Fabrication. Sorry, it's fabrication, mechanic, research, medic, assault, and strategic. So it basically, they're not any big, but this is just another place for you to go get kit modules, in case you haven't been able to get these before. I don't know, but this is like the medical generator kit module. It's just heals you, and then there's the shield recharge for engineering, and then there's exothermic induction field, which is fire, and then there's nanite health monitor. These are all like what I would guess would be the top level of that kind or something, but they're Mark 12, and then you can get Mark 13s down here, like exothermic induction field Mark 13. I mean, I'll probably pick it up because I still use exothermic induction field. And around the other side, this is the secondary filter store. Now, there are the 3 deflectors, inhibiting all of your control, so movement based, and then gem sensor, scramble sensor. But it's like tractor beam, gravity well, photonic shockwave, tractor beam repulsors. Then there's the deteriorating, which is all about draining, or slightly disabling, which is destabilizing resonance beam and viral matrix, but everything else is draining. And then the healing, hazard emitters, mask energy, healing or like defense buffs, more buffing one. They're all Mark 12. They do not allow for Mark 13s, but you can just upgrade them. But they've got stuff all over the board. Like the one that I'm kind of looking at here is a deteriorating one that's, so the strategic, they've got like all of their bonus suffixes, or I call adjectives. So like this one has defense, flow capacitors, and what's called SA plus damage. And it's basically saying that your sensor analysis will give a plus 20% damage buff, which I'm not sure exactly how that applies, whether or not each tick up of sensor analysis is greater, or if it just takes more time. Because it stacks up to 6, and this says an extra 20%, and 20 and 6 don't like to go together very well. So you can do SA damage and SA healing. But I like the whole, like with the flow, bonus flow capacitors, plus this one with the deteriorating. I don't really know why you'd maybe, I mean, if you want to like balance everything out, you could put on like the particle generator one plus the deteriorating, but you'd really want to have particle generators with your inhibiting. More of the stuff on here does particle damage. Like tractor beam and gravity well and photonic shockwave do actual damage. Tachyon beam, energy siphon, viral matrix don't actually do damage. It kind of seems silly. They do have this decreased subsystem targeting recharge time, which I have on my current secondary deflector. But there's just a whole crap ton of secondary deflectors here. I may or may not buy one. I'm not sure. Like I said, I could go over all of them, but there's just like here's one that says EN damage. It's just energy damage, energy weapon damage. I mean, that one's actually pretty cool because I use pretty much all energy weapons. I mean, it all depends what I want, but there's nothing super duper about it. Here's duty officer store, green, blue, purple. The center has bank, exchange, mail. And then this other side, now we have kit frames, which it's not still, because I know the secondary deflector is only for science vessels, but now we're back to kit frames. So you can get your kit frames for any of your professions, technical engineering, science, but they're versatile and I don't like that. Maybe someone else likes the idea of having like 2 research, 2 medic, and then a science. But I like the one from the Spire better, which is 4 research and 1 science, because that allows me 5 research. Because healing at all. The weird thing about these, such as this one, the Versatile Science Kit Mark 12, particle generators, cool, or yeah, particle physics, sorry. We need the ground one. So it's basically particle physics. If you're a scientist and you like doing stuff on ground, you better get your particle physics and your scientist skill up there way high. Borderline going into the red, because that's how you do damage. Unless you're a healer. If you're a healer, don't worry about particle physics. Get your medic up there and your physiology. But this also has personal shield generator and weapon proficiency. And plus particle physics, which is all about the damage. Then it comes with battle strategies, which is from Tactical. It's Battle Strategies Adapted, which is a weapon upgrade, damage resistance and stealth debuff. So it says removes all debuffs on use, plus 8.2% damage, all damage for 13.2 seconds, and for 12 seconds when receiving all damage, 5% chance of applying 8-second exposed to damage owner. These new kits, why they're versatile is because they have an even distribution of both sides of your kit, and they come with one or the other from the other profession. And the 3, as they go, engineering and science, they both get the same tactical ones. It's not a difference. So the only 6 that move amongst the rest of them are shield recharge, weapons malfunction, battle strategies, motion accelerator, sonic pulse, and vascular regenerator. Take the profession you are and ignore the 2 that I talked about, and the other 2 will be on possible kits for you. And like I said, this is an exhaustive list of stuff because you have to combine all the there is a shit ton of kits here. Kit framework. I can't even. You just really gotta go look at it yourself. I wish there was a dev blog so you guys could look at this on like your phone rather than have to be in game, but it's just And then there's the daily research and development missions, locked because we're not even level 1 yet. Nobody should be level 1. Science console store. This is the weird one. And the one I was just like, it was like eating my own hand. So let's go with the exotic particle. Okay, the restorative particle, for instance, one of them is, it says plus 31.9 particle generators, plus 14.2 maximum shield capacity, console, restorative particle synergy, 25% chance, 10% all damage bonus, stacks up to 5 times when using any hull or shield heal, activates on final tick, so that would be like hazard emitters, or transfer shield strength, in the case of a dot or a hot. That's that, and then all these consoles come with various combinations of stuff. Like this one here has plus flow capacitors and particle generators, gravity gen and shield hit points. And then they kind of reverse themselves because they're not the same amount if they affect both skills. So like there's particle generators and flow capacitor. And this one, particle generators is first, so it's 21.3, and flow capacitors is the second one, and it's 31.9. But when we scroll further back up here, and we have flow, particle generators, flow capacitors is 21.3 and particle generators is 31.9. So if you see this and you're like, wow, particle generators and flow capacitors, that's great, but I wish they were swapped, it will be down there. I've looked through this entire list. So like grav generators and particle generator. Grav gen low, particle generators high. Well, if you scroll down the list, the grav gen will be high and the particle generators will be low. So it's this, and they exist on both sides. The exotic particle focuser is basically the exact same things as what I just read off, except its little special ability is 25% chance plus 10% all damage bonus for 30 seconds, stacks 5 times when using any exotic damage ability. Activates on final tick, such as Gravity Well or Tyken Swift, because they're effectively dots. That's that. I think some of these consoles are awesome. I'm still trying to debate whether I want a high particle generator or a high flow capacitor one. I have to actually look at my abilities. I think I'll still go with high particle generators. Specifically this console right here. Not sure if you guys can read that, it's so close. But it's 21.3 flow capacitors, 31.9 particle generators, and then the thing that I just told you. Except, you see that list? It's just exhaustive. Yeah, they don't go up to Mark 13, so you'll have to upgrade it yourself. But they're really cheap. I mean, I know that a lot of people aren't like rich like me, but 5,000 fleet credits, 2,000 dilithium? Like, come on, what's going on here? But anyways, no other random consoles. Oh wait, there is that one weird one. I forget what it is though. Because there's 4 consoles, glowing consoles in the center room. And I keep forgetting what that third one is, or fourth one is. Oh, Trade and R&D Project Store. There we go. People have been in the Armada have been complaining about this, and I'm just like, dude, these are like massive buffs, okay? 100,000 dilithium is worth it, especially when you've got like an R&D project slot. 100,000 fleet credits? If you don't have 100,000 fleet credits with the freaking Armada open, if you're in a decent Armada at least, you need to start farming up resources. And then there's the +1 active ability reputation slot, which is like the Romulan cloaking. It's the 5th level one, the 5th level reputation. That's those abilities. You can get another one. And it costs 150,000 fleet credits and 50,000 dilithium. Not a big deal. I'd pay it. I don't know which one I'd use though. Probably the Dyson one. No, I use the Dyson. I don't know. Again, I'm not gonna go over that right now. We're already a long video. But then there's space reputation trait. Yay. There's a lot of them I wish I could have, but I only have 4. Ground reputation trait, meh. I'll find one. And then there's the starship trait. Starship trait. I only have 3 of the damn starship traits, so yeah, I would definitely like to have, you know, the option of having 5, even though I only have 3 currently. So yeah, that's that. I hope to God you guys did like sat through this whole thing. Please, if you sat through this whole thing and you honestly like how this Krenim thing works and that I gave valid information and didn't wander too terribly far off camera, thumbs up. Tell your friends to subscribe, because I do give out honest to God information. It's not just whiny stuff. I am very opinionated though, but you guys should know that by now, at least the long-standing guys. But anyways, I'll catch you guys next week. I don't know what we'll be talking about. I don't know at all. Anyways, bye.